They stole something from you, and you know it, even if you can't quite put your finger on it. Somewhere along the line, before you had a chance to become everything you were meant to be, the world handed you a weight that wasn't yours to carry. You were born with fire in your soul, vision in your mind, and light in your spirit. But life didn't greet you like royalty. No, it came for your crown before you even knew you were wearing one. And behind the curtain of this world, while you were struggling just to survive, there were people with power, people with money, people with influence, who shaped the world in a way that made sure someone like you would always have to fight twice as hard just to get half as far. They didn't want you to win. In fact, they counted on your silence, your pain, your exhaustion. They bet on you giving up. But what they never saw coming was your resurrection. I'm not just talking to a crowd right now. I'm speaking to you. Yes, you. The one who's been quietly carrying the weight of betrayal, heartbreak, rejection, and disappointment. The one who has been laughed at for dreaming too big, silenced for speaking truth, and ridiculed for refusing to fit into the box that others have built for you. You've been watched, mocked, provoked. They've tried to pull reactions out of you like a puppeteer pulls strings. Because the moment you react, you give them power. They want you angry. They want you desperate. They want you to fall because your fall would justify the chains they tried to put on you. But you didn't break, and that alone is your victory. Let me tell you something that the billionaires and the empire builders of this world don't want you to know. Your silence, your calm, your restraint, it is powerful. Because when you stop swinging at shadows, you rise above the war. When a tiger walks through a storm, it doesn't bark like a dog. It doesn't need to. It knows who it is. And the storm, it just parts for the creature that owns its own presence. You are not what they told you. You are not the failure they labeled you as. You are not your past. You are not your pain. You are not your trauma. You are a chosen one. Not because you're better than others, but because your soul was built for a path most people would run from. And even when everything screamed for you to give up, you kept walking, bleeding, crawling, but still moving. That is divine strength. That is sacred resilience. And no billionaire, no system, no manipulator, no liar, no hater can ever take that from you. Do you know why they mock you? Because they see the light in you that they cannot extinguish. They see the grace you walk in. They feel the magnitude of your spirit, and it terrifies them. Darkness hates what it cannot control. And make no mistake, your destiny cannot be bought, bargained, or stolen. It is written, it is protected, and it is unfolding in divine time. There's a universal law, one the powerful don't want you to discover. It's called the law of least effort. It teaches that nature doesn't struggle. The sun doesn't try to shine. The river doesn't force its flow. They simply are. And because they align with their true nature, the universe bends for them. You too are meant to stop fighting battles that aren't yours. You don't have to prove yourself to people who've already decided to misunderstand you. You don't have to respond to every jab, every insult, every projection. Your silence is not weakness. It is mastery. It is divine restraint. It is the knowing that your crown is not handed by man, but by something far greater. Look around. People are tired, bitter, envious. They carry pain they never healed, and they throw it at anyone who reminds them of what they'll never become. That's why they attack you. That's why they try to humiliate you. Because your existence challenges their mediocrity. Your vision exposes their lack of purpose. Your refusal to fold under pressure reveals their fragility. You are a mirror, and what they see in you both awakens and haunts them. But chosen one, hear me. That is not your burden. You were not sent here to play small, so others feel comfortable. You were not sent here to shrink in the face of loud voices. You were sent here to illuminate, to break patterns, to rebuild foundations, to disrupt cycles that have enslaved generations. Some billionaire, somewhere, wrote rules you were never meant to follow. They designed a life for you, made of just enough freedom to feel alive but not enough to fly. And every time you dreamed bigger than the cage, the people around you, those stuck in their own prisons, told you to stop, to be realistic, to settle. But let me tell you this, they don't get to decide what's realistic for you, because they didn't see the nights you cried yourself to sleep, still whispering prayers of hope. They didn't hear your silent declarations that you will not end up like everyone else. They don't understand the fire inside you, because that fire wasn't meant for them. It was meant to guide you home. So, stay the course, speak less, observe more. Let them talk, let them wonder, let them guess, let them doubt you. Because the moment you stop responding, they lose control. When Jesus was mocked, beaten, spat on, he didn't argue, he didn't plead, he didn't curse them. He knew, and that knowing was his power. You carry that same sacred stillness within you. And when your time comes, and it will come, they will look back in disbelief at how the one they counted out became the blueprint for the future they could never buy. Chosen one, you are protected. Your name is known in realms that your enemies will never access. The path ahead of you is not without pain, but it is marked by divine alignment. What was stolen from you will be restored, not in the same form, but in ways that will make your heart weep with gratitude. The delays were not denials. The losses were not punishments. They were redirections, and every tear, every betrayal, every lonely night, it was shaping you, refining you, teaching you to trust your own light, even when the world went dark. Don't ever doubt your worth just because the world didn't clap for you. Heaven did, and still does. Walk with your head held high. Speak only when your spirit commands. Let your energy introduce you before your words do. And most importantly, stay grounded in your truth, because that truth is your sword, your shield, and your compass. If you're still here, if these words reached your heart, it's not by accident. This was your reminder. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are being positioned. So be still, be faithful, and be ready. The ones who stole your future, they only delayed what's coming. But what's coming is yours, and it's holy. And no man, no system, no force can stand against what God has written for you. Like, comment, and share this with someone who needs to remember who they are. And may peace, favor, and divine protection follow you wherever you go. You are chosen, and nothing can change that.